right. Very well, thanks for dropping by. Off you go.
So Sparrow was asked by Cameron about the executive assistant's position for the vice president of film development, blah, blah, blah. And he gave us an answer. She gave us an answer. They gave us an answer. Shim gave us an answer. So let's delve into it. But let's get into that this happened and what's actually going on at Lucasfilm. So the lower level flying monkeys are being leaned on, and it has to do with the abuse of the company credit card. And in this case, this executive assistant had $5,000 that she couldn't account for, okay? And so they leaned on her, him, it, whatever, and wanted her to flip on her boss or whoever, Kennedy. And it did not. They fired that person, according to Sparrow, and are looking to try to recoup the $5,000. Basically, it's person committed a crime. I give the evidence to law enforcement and have them deal with it, but that's just my way of doing it. And as you know, the third degree is you're dragged into a little room, one bright light bulb, and some not so nice people are going to start asking you questions you don't want to answer. Now, according to Sparrow, most of these people are flipping on their bosses like fish on a deck. This person did not. This person got fired. Okay, this person was a loyalist. And now they don't have a job. Okay, that's where this came from. Now, it just proves that these guys are not kidding. And I'm going to say this. The $5,000, did that person take it and use it themselves? What was it for? These are questions that the only person that could really answer is either that person who probably declined to answer or her boss. And if she was doing something with the credit card for him, he's then in trouble, okay? But she didn't give him up. She didn't rat him out. Or he didn't rat him out. So that's what's going on. Now, again, like I said, many of these lower level monkeys are flipping on their higher ups. So we have to see where this goes.
The time has come. Execute Order 66.
So a certain black pill blob is crying that there aren't any leaks coming out and no information coming out of Lucasfilm anymore. Of course, we know who that is. We know that he basically lost his only connection to Lucasfilm. Pablo Hidalgo, who in his reply to Pro basically said, find somebody else to talk to. So now they're whining that there isn't any information coming. Reason why there isn't any information coming is there's a legal issue probably involved with this. There is a PR issue, and also they have to really guard against any bad news or news in general that could be construed as bad coming out before the earnings report, okay? That's everything that is tied to Bob Iger having something at least mediocre to talk about, because if he doesn't, and that morning, the investors, Nelson Peltz, Dan Loeb, etc., look at the paper and see Kathleen Kennedy's been fired from Lucasfilm, it could either have a great effect on the stock or a lousy effect. And I think Iger is counting on it to have a lousy effect, okay? Which is too bad, because I kind of think if they just said Kathleen Kennedy is on an extended leave while we work on the deals of her separation or leaving Lucasfilm, and, blah, 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 is taking over as the interim president. She still technically is president. She's not working right now at Lucasfilm at all, as has been reported earlier. She is on an extended leave. I don't think people would be upset. I don't think people would be yelling, "Oh my God, the stocks." That would be something like, "Oh, she wasn't successful with Indiana Jones 5. Okay. All right, we got it. We're fine. Okay, we get it." And go on from there. But they're not doing it that way. And honestly, I don't know if the way they're doing this is the right way to do it. And the reason why I say that is because it would give people something to look at and to understand what's going on at Lucasfilm. That the end of her era is now happening, and they're working on a deal so she can go, and life goes on. I think people would be happy to hear that, at least in the fandom. But again, that's not what they're doing. And I think that probably does have to do with legal issues. Because again, remember, she apparently cannot be fired for cause, but she can be fired for criminal or moral issues. And I'm thinking that worst case scenario, she will be brought in and told, "We found this, and this. You basically broke the contract. You're terminated. No severance. No nothing. Get out." That could happen. Okay. And honestly, I think the guy in the picture would like that to happen, because I don't think he likes her too much. And it was pretty obvious at the LA premiere of Indy 5 that the three amigos, Lucas, Spielberg, and Ford, were not happy with her or Frank. Okay. They were pretty upset. And Steven just basically let her have it by completely and utterly ignoring her. And again, the silence does not mean that there's nothing going on. It's just probably due to legal issues, and we just have to be patient, okay? But there is movement. Already we know one person's been fired. Several dozen, I would say, have left, resigned from their jobs at Lucasfilm. And we just got to see which of the people on the Lucasfilm leadership list on the website are gone, because they're being targeted by the horsemen. Okay, so come on, give you guys a heads up. Next week is going to be interesting, and unless something unforeseen happens, I'll see you guys around the galaxy. Okay, so have a great weekend, and don't fly too fast.